Well, I'm Sarah Warren, and I actually didn't start out as a writer that went to get a degree in it, and with a huge background in creative writing. I started out as a preschool teacher, as an educator, and I was kind of surprised at the media in my classroom and how it wasn't very diverse. Um, I had very diverse room full of kids, and we didn't see ourselves reflected in the books we read. So I started to write. I started taking classes at the Loft Literary Center, and my first picture book was about an organizer named Dolores Huerta, who's amazing. She's a real life person. She's in California. I suggest you look her up and support her works. I've written a picture book biography about Beyonce. I have one coming out next year about Stacey Abrams, and another about Majora Carter. So that was kind of my focus in the beginning. It was kind of fueled by what I thought was missing in children's literature. And then, which is good. It's good to have a big motivation. But I'm also now trying my hand at fiction. So I have a fiction picture book coming out in 2023. It's kind of slowed down by the pandemic, unfortunately.
I actually started out, I went to college and I went into advertising. I didn't go into anything creative. I was on the account side. I ended up hating it. I became a flight attendant, and then I went back into marketing later as a copywriter. So then, long story long, I still work. I still have, a corporate job and I'm working, but after hours are always spent writing. I write for, some of my work has been seen in Star Tribune, Girl Boss, which is an online publication, Artful Living, City Pages, RIP. I guess I love City Pages and I'm so sad about that. Oh my gosh, where else? I'm kind of blanking right now. But a bunch of different online publications. Wit and Delight is another one. So I do a lot of pitching and writing, which 90% of the things I pitch do not happen at all. And I just kind of keep chugging along, but a lot of online writing. And then I have 2 books. The first book that I wrote and published was called Wild Morning. It was a collaboration with a photographer. So it was a coffee table book. We went to women's homes in the morning and documented their routine and process and took pictures. And then I wrote about them in a poetry prose form in the book. And that was published in 2017, and it kind of blew up. It was all over local news, and we raised a lot of money to publish it because we did self-publish it, which is another thing, writers have to consider if they want to self-publish or, publish with a Random House or a bigger company. So that came out in 2017, and then I think in 2019, it was before the pandemic, I published Borderline, which is a series of prose essays about my childhood and time and the seasons and what they mean to us. And that was 2019 published. So lots of freelance contract writing for online magazines and print magazines, and then I have 2 books.